In this video, I will be revealing what I believe is the ultimate payback in Bleach. Now when I say payback, what I mean is revenge. Basically when a character disrespects another character by outclassing them in every way possible, whether it be through strength, speed, or intelligence, etc. Only for the character on the receiving end to come back and gain retribution. And when it comes to Bleach, there are countless of individual stories like this. But with that being said, nobody has had it like our protagonist, Kurosaki Ichigo. He has been outclassed. He has been used as a punching bag. He has literally been killed. His powers have been stolen from him, and the list goes on. But to give Ichigo credit, despite all of the trials and tribulations he has underwent, he has bounced back every single time. But out of all the L's that Ichigo has taken, one particular moment always comes to mind. A scene in Bleach that still sends shivers down my spine till this day. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the scene in question. Not only is Ichigo's entire momentum put at a stop, but even his theme music is cut. And what's most astonishing about this is the fact that all Aizen had to do was raise one finger, and that alone was able to block Ichigo's attack. This is without a doubt the most disrespectful moment in Bleach. Allow me to explain. See, before this incident occurred, Ichigo was on a different type of high. His adrenaline was probably off the charts. Not only did he defeat Ikkaku, who was an assistant captain class Soul Reaper, but he also defeated Renji, an actual vice captain. He then went on to defeat a captain, but this wasn't any ordinary captain. We are talking about the strongest Soul Reaper in the Soul Society, Kenpachi Zaraki. And of course, after all of this, he would go on to attain Bankai and face off against Byakuya Kuchiki. And as we all know, it was a grueling battle, but Ichigo came out victorious. Not only that, but he also achieved his objective. He successfully rescued Rukia. But before Ichigo could even celebrate, another problem appeared out of the woodworks. In a shocking turn of events, it was revealed that the captain of the 5th company, Sosuke Aizen, was actually a traitor who was conspiring against the Gotai 13. And in order to stop him, Ichigo and Renji take a united front. And in that moment is when the scene in question occurs. Not only was Ichigo embarrassed, but additionally, one attack from Aizen rendered him immobile. Anyway, after this incident took place, Ichigo never really expressed his disappointment in himself and his abilities. However, you would be wrong to think that it didn't affect him. Just look at the look he had on his face moments after it happened. Doesn't that look like the face of a man who is desperate for revenge? Well, luckily for Ichigo, he wouldn't have to wait too long to fulfill his thirst for revenge, because both him and Aizen would shortly be reunited, and this time there was a totally different outcome. After rigorously training in the Dongai for 3 months straight, Ichigo was able to achieve transcendence, and this was perfect because with the Hogyoku fused to his soul, Aizen was also officially a transcendent being. And from an outside perspective, this looks like an evenly matched fight, right? Let's just say that Aizen tried his best, but Ichigo tried even harder. The strawberry was not playing around. It was complete and utter domination. Hell, I would go so far as to even call it bullying. Before the two were even able to exchange blows, Ichigo draws first blood by forcibly moving Aizen to a new location. But before I continue, there is something I feel like I need to point out. The battlefield that Ichigo chose was very reminiscent of the one where him and Aizen had their first encounter. Who knows? Maybe this was just a coincidence, but if it was purposely done by Ichigo, then kudos to him. Anyway, after exchanging a few blows, a pivotal moment would occur in the battle when Aizen swings his sword at Ichigo with the intent to kill. And what happens next literally had me jumping on top of my bed. Ichigo lifts up his left arm and simply uses his hand alone to block Aizen's Zanpakuto. And this wasn't any regular attack. The velocity alone couldn't be detected by the average Soul Reaper. Additionally, the power behind it affected the landscape of the battlefield. The solid ground behind Ichigo is completely destroyed. This action alone by Ichigo was able to put a crack in Aizen's enormous ego. He had no choice but to drop his stoic personality and acknowledge that Ichigo might actually be a threat. He was literally expecting him to evade his attack, but Ichigo did the unimaginable. He caught it, and what takes place after was even crazier. Ichigo rubs it in by trash-talking Aizen. He literally states with a badass voice, and I quote, "What are you so surprised about? Is it unbelievable that I caught your attack? Are you scared because something you can't understand is taking place right before your eyes?" Damn. You just know that Ichigo was probably rehearsing this in the mirror for months. This was the perfect question to ask Aizen because that was probably the same exact thoughts Ichigo had when he was in that position. It only took Ichigo like 200 chapters, but hey, revenge is revenge. Sure, it wasn't as cool as Aizen only using one finger to cut Ichigo's theme music, but it was still badass. And yeah, as we all know, Ichigo didn't stop there. He made sure to put Aizen through a trial of humiliation until eventually he tries to take his life. P.S. Do not mess with the strawberry. Thank you for making it to the end, and if you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And also tell me down in the comment section what you guys believe is the ultimate payback in Bleach. I am very interested to know. Do you agree with my statement? And if not, tell me what is better than this. Peace out.
Bye bye!